Going on, everybody? It's Chaos King True. I just wanted to take a second to thank all of the supporters out there who have been supporting the content and me on Twitch and Trovo. We got over 300 followers. We got our first 50 on YouTube, which is awesome. We're sitting at 260 on Twitch, and we got 22 on Trovo. So I just want to take a second and say thank you. Make sure you tell all your friends. Hopefully we can make a great community together, and hope you guys enjoy the guide. Catch you guys later. Peace. Hello everyone, this is Chaos King True coming to you guys with our second episode for our beginner's guide for Conqueror's Blade. In our last episode, someone asked about units and someone else asked about building a house. Plus some of the community asked about how open world content works as well. So today we'll actually be going over our units as well as open world content, and then the next video will focus more on building a house and territory wars, as you need to understand how units work and the open world works before you can really dive into the other content. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. What we're going to do, we're going to start with the first question. What unit should I start with and what should I aim for? This could be a very daunting question as there are a lot of units in the game, but honestly it's not as hard as you think it is if you actually apply the same logic that we use when it comes to our weapon choices, such as play style and what weapon you're going to use. Of course, don't get me wrong, there is a meta when it comes to ranked play as well as territory wars, but that's something we'll save for a more advanced video. This video is actually more for the beginner who just literally logged into the game, just got their first weapon, and is trying to decide what units they want to go for, and maybe the first big unit they want to aim to get. So with that being said, after you do the tutorial, you'll be given a selection of 4 units to start off with. You get 3 green units and 1 blue unit. The 4 units I would tell you to pick when you get to this screen are the Dimension Spearmen, the Dimension Archers, the Pike Militia, and the Squires. 2 reasons I would actually recommend these 4 specific selections. Firstly, they give you unit versatility, so it'll allow you to kind of adjust based off any type of situation you run into in the early game. So until you at least kind of figure out what kind of play style you want, what the main weapon you'll be using will be. But the other reason, which is the main reason I say pick these 4 units, is because it will allow you to unlock some of the mid-tier units that you'll need as far as going later into the game. It'll help you shift into the meta if that's what you want to do, and it will help you not have to grind as much honor, which is the currency that you need to unlock units. As you can see here, the first example is the Pike Militia. So by unlocking the Pike Militia, if you look at the little lines here, if you hover over the main unit or some of the rare units, you'll see the line actually begins to turn yellow. That shows the path that all the nodes that have to be unlocked to be able to acquire that unit. So to get the Imperial Spear Guards, you have to unlock the Pike Militia as well as a few others. So by unlocking this early, it will allow you to get these Imperial Spear Guards sooner without having to use that honor. The same way goes here, as you can see for the Dementia Archers. They lead to the Incinerary Archers as well as the Longbows too. Same philosophy. And then finally, you'll also see here for the Squires and the Dementia Spearmen. Both of them are actually needed to unlock the Men-at-Arms, and then the Dementia Spearmen are needed to unlock the Spear Sergeants, which you can also then unlock the Golden unit, the Knights. But that's, again, we'll leave that for a later video. But this is the bigger reason why you want to pick these 4 units, which help you early and also set you up for the mid to late game. On to the next question. What do we do in the open world? This is actually a simple question at its base, and we're not going to go too deep into detail, but we're going to touch the basics so that way the new players can actually get a hang of what they do when they come into the open world. So when you leave your fief, you'll come out, you'll see the open world that you can see where you can click on the different areas to go in. You should know the movements is pretty basic. What you really want to do is pay attention is when you press M here. So from the overview map is where you can see all the different fiefs that are around. This is where you will turn in different quests, which allows you to get prestige, which is used for a later mechanic. We'll get into it in a later video. But it's a great way to get honor. It's a great way to get experience and prestige, which you need. Plus it helps you get unit kits so that way you can keep your units up without having to spend a lot of bronze. But the main focus of the open world for a beginner player is to farm the nodes and then turn them in for fief quests so they can start to gather a lot of prestige and honor so they can start unlocking the units and start unlocking the game. So as you can see here, when you go to the unit menu and you go to the unit tree, you actually see the icon for the honor. So that's how you build up honor the fastest, is by completing the fief quest. There can be 20 fief quests completed in 1 week, which when you go to your fief quest, when you go to overview, you go to fief quest here, you'll actually see it here. So fief quest done, I've done 10 out of 20 as you can see, which means I can do 10 more. There is some min-maxing when it comes to these things, but as a beginning player, just do as many as you can, whatever you can gather resources of, and then later on we'll get into a more in-depth guide on what you should be farming. But again, this is just for beginners, so all you advanced guys, you probably shouldn't be paying attention to this anyway. And with that being said, that wraps up our second episode of the Beginner's Guides. If you like this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe and press all on the notifications. You do have to go through the trouble to make sure you press all, or you will miss future guides that I come up with later on. And yeah, come follow me on Trovo, also on Twitch, depending on which streaming service you watch, if you actually want to see some live gameplay. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Know that they with me, pockets got halos. All them bad guys, bitch, I kept it real from the jump. And no one told me it'd be easy. No, the road ain't always smooth. Yeah, I ran into some bumps. But they say, what don't break, you're gonna make it. I done came a long way. I pray to God and I say thank you.